Okay, so lately I've been getting some channeled messages in the nighttime, but I feel like a lot of the times when I channel, it sounds like poetry, kind of, right? Because if you're paying attention in the last poem, it's like Sophia. She's the universe. So, anyways, last night I I have a few more messages, but I'm gonna read one of the messages together with you here, and we are going to try to see if we could understand what this message that I received means together. Okay? It's called Juliette. When did I let Juliette touch me? I don't remember giving Juliette the permission to touch me. Yet, when she touched me, goosebumps stood up on my back as I felt the sensation of a cold, rough surface on my shoulder. As I turned around to face Juliette, I noticed her pale expression. Juliette was lifeless. Her lifeless stare and teethless grin left me speechless, and I stood shocked, staring in her lifeless eyes. Dare to steal my life? She asked. Why would I want to do that? I replied. You see, once upon a time I was you, said Juliette. I was you, the one staring at me now, with the fear and shock in her eyes. I was you, bouncing around with so much hope, hope for a better future, hope to be seen, hope to be understood. Yet, here I stand before you, and alive as I decay. Life isn't as it seems. The reality we dream of as kids is not the reality we get growing up, and our human vessel gets confused and stuck in loops, stuck in chapters our soul can't move on from. We then let ourselves stay stuck, stuck in the doom, stuck in the place of no return, stuck in the shadows. Once you jump inside the dark hole, it's not always easy to dig your way out. So here I stand before you as my skin rots, saying to you, hold on to hope, for hope is all you have. Hold on to love, because you are love in your natural essence. Love will come to you because you are beautiful. Not only on the outside, but your soul is beautiful. Your soul is divine. You may sometimes see your forgiving nature as a curse, but it is a gift, and I want you to see it as a gift. I come back to tell you to live your life. Live your life unapologetically, because the moment it ends, you'll have so much regret. There is no such thing as the end. It's never too late. Energy never dies. Anything you want to do can and is happening now. You just have to believe. And for that, I say, when that cloud comes over your life and the rain begins to pour, remember me. Remember Juliette as the girl who once was and came back, so her soul wouldn't live in regret. Farewell, Juliette. So long, my friend. Until we meet again. So what do you guys think about that poem? I think that was like pretty deep. Like, what? And like, so what I think this poem is saying is like, live your life, and live your life unapologetically without worries of what anybody else will think, you know? The the life we want isn't always the life we get. Hits deep for me because it's like a lot of the times we have this like dream reality in our head that we want to get. Like for me personally, growing up, I didn't want to be the one that was isolated from my entire family, right? I didn't want to be the one that was a black sheep. Like, I would hear the family members talking about people who don't speak to them, and I'd be like, oh, I wonder why, like, you know? And in the back of my head, I was like, I don't want to be that family member. But here I am, at 31 years old, and I am that family member, right? I'm the family member that's now distant. I don't speak to any of them. I'm basically like a ghost, right? So it's like, I think that hits deep for me because a lot of the times we get so stuck in the emotions, we get so stuck in the fact that life isn't what we once dreamed it would be. We just get stuck, and then it's like most of the times we stay there, we stay stuck, right? And I don't think that we stay stuck because we want to stay stuck. I think we stay stuck a lot of the times because we feel like that's the only place that we can be. Like we feel like there's just no hope, right? And a lot of the times, like, it's like once you go into that place, once you go into the place of no hope, it's so hard to dig yourself out, because it's like that hole gets deeper and deeper and deeper, right? Until like you are feeling so down and out that you just can't see a way out of the blackness. It's like as everywhere you look around, it's just like no way out, and you can't find the help, right? But it's like Juliette's saying to like keep holding on to hope, keep having hope, keep dreaming, keep holding on to hope, because hope will get you by, and you never know. Like, the more you have a hope, the more you try to change your reality, and the more you're going to step into that reality, right? It's when you give up and you keep, projecting all this negativity around you, then that's what you're going to keep seeing as negativity, because you're not trying to project anything positive, right? You're stuck in a dark place, so that's what you can experience is darkness. And Juliette wants you to have fun. Juliette wants you to look at the bright side, you know? Try to see the positive parts of life, because when you're gone, that's when you see that there were so many different doors. There's so much different doors that were open to you, but you just couldn't see them in that moment because of whatever circumstances you were going through. In that moment, like a lot of the times, we don't see those extra doors, right? But that's only because we're not looking. We're looking at the closed doors. That's where our focus is, on the closed doors. We're never looking around for the open doors. It's always the closed doors. And even when we do have the thought to look for an open door, it seems like that's never going to happen, or it's too far-fetched, or like, I just don't think that is my door, that is an option for me, right? It's always like maybe for other people, but not me, right? And that's when we just keep getting stuck, right? Live your life and try to be in the moment. It's not easy, and I'm not telling anybody it's easy, because trust me, for me, I just keep having hope. Like, I'm having hope. I'm having a hope. That's all I can do is have hope. I can't just sit down and give up, right? I have to have hope. I have to have hope for my kids, because I have 5 of them and they deserve a bright future. So I have to keep having hope. I can't just give up, right? Hope. Hope can turn into something bigger, right? Because hope could lead to you starting to manifest, right? Manifesting could lead to you living your dream life, right? So it's like there are so many chapters yet that we, in our lives yet to unfold. And sometimes we don't get to experience all of those chapters because we limit ourselves. We limit ourselves. We get down on ourselves, when in reality there are a lot of open doors for us. We're just not looking. I'm hoping that anybody that's watching this video is seeing to themselves that there are extra doors. There are doors that are open to you. You just can't see them yet. It might seem like right now you're trapped, right? There's like literally no way out. Like, what am I going to do? Like, how am I going to feed my kids? Like, where am I going to get the money from? But there is a way, and you're going to find the way, but you just have to open yourself up to finding that way. Start thinking, looking for other doors. Don't close your mind out. Start meditating. You never know what might come through. Every one of us, we're all meant for greatness. There's so much great things inside each and every one of us that are so untapped, because not a lot of people want to look within, right? Well, there's so much cool people in this world, right? We just don't know about it because they're hiding themselves. They're hiding behind this mask. Take your mask off and show us how freaking cool you are, bro. Like, we want to see some cool shit too, right? Like, freaking be yourself. Live your freaking life. Let us see who you are in this vessel. Let us see what this essence is like. What your essence is like in your vessel. So freaking cool. There are other doors that are opening up to you, but you just have to stop being scared. Stop worrying about what other people think. Any little ideas you have in the back of your mind that you want to do, but that you feel like, damn, like, yo, so much people are watching me right now. Like, I don't really think this is the moment for that still. But It's like, yo, that's the shit that you should be doing. Like, that idea that's in the back of your head that you keep pushing back because, like, yo, you're scared, right? That's the one you should step on. Because it's like, that's where the magic is when you're trying to suppress it, right? Dig that, dig it out and push it to the front. Push it to the front of the lineup. Like, yo, you're up. Let's do it. And do it unapologetically. If people want to look at you like you're weird, they're the weird ones. The hell you? They're weird. You're not. Okay? You're just going to attract your tribe. You're going to attract some cool freaking people just like yourself. And you guys are going to be freaking cool together, okay? Yeah. It's like me. I told myself that, like, I want to start walking around with my dolls and shit. Like, I told my daughter the other day, I'm like, when we're rich and famous, which we definitely are right now, and I'm like, I'll be pushing my expensive $10,000 doll in a name brand stroller down the street. That's not going to be a name brand stroller, but, you know, I'm just saying, like, one of those, like, vintage, like, little, you know, those, like, vintage prams. I'm like, yeah, people are going to probably think, like, oh, that lady is so odd. But I'm like, I love being odd because that's what makes me me. That's what my kids are going to be remembering. Like, yo, my mom was so strange. She was so silly. Like, you know, I love that. Like, I don't want my kids to remember me as just boring and bland and everybody else's mom was just like me. No! I want them to remember the days I was standing in the darkness in the washroom smiling and gritting my teeth and then chasing them around the apartment like I was possessed. Yes, I want them to remember the times when I start growling and hopping around like a rabbit and then chasing them around. Yes, yes, I want them to remember all of that. You know, all those videos that they have of me chasing them. I want them to remember that shit. Remember it. So when I'm gone, they have memories of us having fun. Like, you know, like, my mom was quirky. My mom was weird. I don't have memories like that with my mother. I have awful ones. So I love doing this weird stuff with my kids. I love being odd. I love, like, doing super, super strange things to upset them. Because they're just like, Mom, you're weird. Or, Mom, what the heck? But yeah, I think it's so funny. But, like, yeah, like, be you. You're freaking awesome. And you know what? It's like, the weirder you are, the freaking cooler you are, buddy. So it's like, if you want to paint your freaking whole face purple and gray, do that shit. Do it proudly. Because I'll probably be scrolling on TikTok or Facebook or, well, I mostly deleted the apps. But, you know, one of these days, you never know. Sometimes I get bored and I go on my business phone or I go on the internet and I type in the TikTok, yes. And yeah, I be scrolling and stuff, right? So it's like, I might see you and like your stuff and be like, ooh, you look super, super duper cool. Because I love that stuff. I love to see people, like, expressing themselves, like, differently. I love that. I was just telling my kids, I'm like, I'm not interested in, like, a normal man. Like, I'm interested in some weird stuff. And they're like, I'm like, the stuff I was describing to them, they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I want when people see my man, they're like, interesting. I see power. Like, yeah, I want my man to be so black that it looks like you're looking into a void when you're looking at him. It's just darkness. And I want his hair to be as white as snow, you know? I want his eyes to be yellow and orange like a cat and have a split in the middle just like a cat. I want him to be able to levitate as he walks. Like, I'm laughing, but I'm so serious. Like, yo, I'm tired of these humans. Give me something mystical. Whoa, give me something. Yeah. That's what I like, man. That's what I want. Yeah. So it'll make me feel safe. Yeah. Like 7'5". Yeah. Because I'm only like 5 feet tall. So give me something big and strong. But anyways, like, that's the message for today. I hope you enjoyed. And, you know, remember Juliette. Live your life. You know, live your best life unapologetically. That's it for now.